Hello, my friends. Master Sommelier Peter Neptune here with an episode of my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. As always, tell your friends, tell your family, please subscribe. It helps the algorithm. Hopefully you're enjoying my videos, and I appreciate your feedback. I really do. Feel free to write and request, and I'll do it. You know, if I can find the wine, I'll do it for sure. I've had requests from people to go to Total Wine and review some wines from Total, so actually I'm going to do 2 episodes. This one is going to be Winery Direct Burgundies under $20. So Total Wine, massive store. I don't know how many there are. I think it's around the entire US. It's easy to get lost in a place like that, you know, and especially, you know, if you're interested in drinking Burgundy wine, and you know, Burgundy is really expensive now. And can we find drinkable wine under 20 bucks? I mean, it's almost impossible. The Total Wine Winery Direct program is unique in that they are actually the importer. They're getting rid of the importer middleman, and they're importing directly from, you know, the wineries, these particular. They've got the buying power. They get the wine on a container, they consolidate it, and they get it here. And so the Winery Direct program is, you know, when you see that, that means that it has been imported by Total Wine generally, or an import company that works with Total Wine. So I thought we'd look at a couple versions of Burgundy. The first wine is Domaine Saint-Germain, and this is a Macon-Lugny. Now, one of the things I notice when I teach is that we start talking about Burgundy, and it's an arcane subject. It's unbelievably complicated. But a lot of people, you know, their knowledge of Burgundy, they don't even know Chablis in Burgundy. They might have heard of Merceau. They might have heard of, you know, Puligny-Montrachet. A lot of people don't even think of the Macon or the Maconnais, which is, you know, the southernmost area of Greater Burgundy. Actually, Beaujolais is the southernmost area, but that's Gamay, and we'll look at one. But Macon, you know, is a really wonderful value area for white Burgundy. It's warmer, so the wines have more of a stone fruit character and a golden delicious apple character. But typically, you can find a Macon or a Macon village. So you might look at it and you go Macon villages, but it's Macon village, and that's a group of villages in a better situated area of the Maconnais that produce, you know, a slightly higher quality, or ostensibly slightly higher quality wine. And then if the grapes come from a single village in Macon village, the name of the wine can be Macon dash the name of the village. In this case, Macon-Lugny. So theoretically, we should have an even slightly higher level of quality because it's from a single village. And there are many, you know, you can find them, Macon-Iger, you know. There's all kinds of single village bottlings. So this one is $16.99 frontline, and if you buy 6 bottles at Total, you get a 10% discount, so it comes down to $15.29. So I bought 6 bottles, and you know, that's what I paid, was $15.29 a bottle. So we have a 2021, and this is 100% Chardonnay. And again, you know, it doesn't say Chardonnay anywhere on the label. So this is a case where you go, oh wow, I'm drinking Chardonnay, cool, but I'm drinking Chardonnay from Burgundy. So medium lemon color, beautiful, medium plus intensity, still kind of youthful. And it's got that golden delicious apple, and even like a pear or apple tart tatin. There's some nice lime, ripe lemon meringue. There's blossom, apple blossom, pear blossom, and we do get a little bit of nectarine here, that kind of nectarine stone fruit character, and even a hint maybe of cantaloupe melon. So that's showing my riper Chardonnay, which would happen in a warmer climate like this. I don't really get any new oak on the wine, and I wouldn't expect new oak for, you know, this price point. They probably aged the wine in, you know, large, 500-liter barrels perhaps. But, you know, there is maybe a hint of sweet spice in the background, and I do definitely get the cheesy character of lees contact with the dead yeast after the fermentation is finished. Very pleasant nose. and what I would expect. Let's check the palate. Right off the bat, mineral. So that takes me to Burgundy, and it's wonderful. Right underneath everything is this limestone, chalky minerality. Love it, bravo. And it really, the fruit goes a little tartar on the palate, which takes me to the old world. So while the fruit is quite ripe on the nose, just ripe to ripe, everything goes a little tartar, which I love. I expect that from Burgundy. So dry, acidity medium plus, alcohol medium, body medium, intensity medium plus, finish medium plus. Boy, that minerality is really wonderful. And everything gets a little tartar. Green, more green apple, green pear, more of a lemon lime for sure. Really none of the melon on the palate. And a really lazy, cheesy bread dough character and some phenolic character across the palate. But I have to say bravo to the minerality. This tastes like Burgundy, and while it's not really complex, it's a very pleasant bottle of wine. I'll call it a solid good. I would buy it and drink it for $15.29 if you buy 6. That sounds like I'm doing an ad for Total Wine. I don't work for them. But yeah, solid good. Recommended. Next up, 2022 Hertier Benoit Bourgogne Pinot Noir. I think it was 09 that they began allowing for a wine from Burgundy, from the greater Burgundy, which would be Bourgogne in French, to, if the varietal content is 85% or higher, to put Chardonnay, Bourgogne Chardonnay, or Bourgogne Pinot Noir on the label to compete in the world market with, among the most popular varietals in the world, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. Before, it would just say Bourgogne, and you go, oh, Bourgogne Blanc, Bourgogne Rouge. But in this case, they can put Pinot Noir on the label because it's Pinot Noir. This is $19.99 front line, $17.99 at the discount of 6 bottles or more. And I'm really curious because, this could go either way here. This is a pale ruby color, which I expect from Pinot Noir. On the nose, we get that boiled beetroot character. We get fresh strawberry, fresh red raspberry, fresh red cherry. A little lifted floral over the top, peony, a little bit of, I'm gonna stick with peony, red flowers, nice and floral. It's got a lightness to it, it's got a vivaciousness to it, and maybe just a hint of earthiness. Actually, I'm gonna get more specific, kind of a fern character. Shout out to the late Martin Mull, who was a genius, and that show called Fernwood Tonight. Didn't think you'd hear Fernwood Tonight associated with Bourgogne Pinot Noir in a Master Sommelier video. Anyway, okay, let's check out the palate. Dry, acidity medium plus, tannin, chewy medium, alcohol medium, body medium, intensity medium plus, finish medium to medium plus. This is pleasant wine. This is Burgundy. It's light bodied. Did I say body medium? It's pretty light bodied wine, medium minus. But it's crunchy, it's snappy, it's got good verve to it, it's got good fruit, it's got the requisite amount of earthiness to it, it's got this kind of green herb character on the palate, strawberry, cherry, red raspberry, light. It's got, I love the acidity, and underneath this kind of hint of earthy minerality, and it lingers. It's, what did I say, finish? Medium plus? Yeah, nice lingering finish. Yeah, I call this a solid good for, $17.99 at discount. Hard to find Bourgogne Pinot Noir. I will tell you this. If your reference point for Pinot Noir are certain wines from California that are very dark colored, suspiciously dark colored, and a little off dry, and I'm not gonna say the name of it because I'll get in trouble. If that's your reference point, this wine's gonna freak you out, But I gotta tell you, those Pinot Noirs, it's not Pinot Noir, It's not what Pinot Noir should be. Pinot Noir should be elegant and have elevated acidity, earthiness, an elegance to it This has it. It's not super complex, but I call it solid good. I would drink it. I would recommend it. Bravo. Next up, 2020, Domaine Le Pan Le Pierre, Saint-Amour Crus Beaujolais. So this is a fun thing to talk about. Beaujolais is the southernmost area of Greater Burgundy. It's really located just north of Lyon, just north of the Rhone Valley, but it's planted to Gamay. And so it's considered part of Greater Burgundy because of Gamay's historical association with Burgundy. Beaujolais basically has a few appellations. Beaujolais, where the grapes come from anywhere within Beaujolais, and within that lies the Beaujolais Nouveau bottling. So, just before Thanksgiving, Le Beaujolais Nouveau, l'est arrivé, right? And, those wines, I would chill them down, drink them like a rosé. They're pleasant, but, you don't want to age them or anything. Then there's Beaujolais Village, which, like Macon Village, is an elevated area of villages that have better terroir, better wine growing potential. And then in the north, there are the Crus Beaujolais. These are 10 villages that are allowed to put their name on the label. In this case, Saint-Amour. There are 9 others, and I am a huge fan of Crus Beaujolais. They're one of my Thanksgiving wines, for sure. Each of them has their own special attributes. The wines have to be made from 100% Gamay. They're usually hand-picked. The grapes are hand-picked because an interesting technique is used to make a lot of Beaujolais, which is called carbonic maceration or semi-carbonic maceration. And simply put, whole berries are put into a vat. With carbonic maceration, the vat is flushed out with carbon dioxide gas, robbing the atmosphere of oxygen. And the berries begin to undergo a fermentation from the inside out that's enzyme driven. And they begin converting some of the acids in the wine into alcohol until finally the berries burst open and the fermentation continues with a regular fermentation with the yeast on the skins fermenting the sugar in the grape juice. With semi-carbonic maceration, whole berries are put into a tank. The tank is sealed, and the weight of the berries on top crushes the berries on the bottom. They begin a regular fermentation, and the carbonic gas has nowhere to go, and it causes the layer on the top to begin a carbonic maceration. Semi-carbonic. Most Crus Beaujolais are made semi-carbonic. This one is for sure. So, Saint-Amour is the northerlymost cru of the Crus Beaujolais. It's right on the border of the Maconnais, and Saint-Amour is known for its forward fruit, very intense raspberry, almost raspberry liqueur-like fruit. The name is associated with Valentine's Day, and Saint-Amour traditionally, here Valentine, here's, the saint of love. The actual name comes from a Roman soldier named Amouré, I believe, who kind of was in the area back in the Roman day. But the whole Valentine's Day thing is kind of cool, and it's a cool thing to give your Valentine with a card and Happy Valentine's Day. Here's some Saint-Amour. So this is it's got a little bit of age on it, right? 2020. So I'm going to call this a medium garnet ruby. And on the nose, it's really funny. You get this kind of confected raspberry liqueur character, and it's very, very, very floral. It's got some violets, some peonies, raspberry, cherry, and the aroma of this carbonic idea here is there's an aroma that's kind of fruit drop, banana drop. For me, Saint-Amour also smells like peach yogurt. And there's a little bit of that here. But it's this interesting, almost bubblegum, Bazooka Joe bubblegum character that's caused by this intracellular fermentation. Very pleasant on the nose. Showing signs of development, a little bit of dried fruit, a little bit of mushroom, and even a little hint of hay on the palate. Dry, acid, medium plus. Tannin, medium. Intensity, medium. Alcohol's medium. Body is medium. Finish is medium. Medium. I like the Bourgogne Pinot Noir better. I'm going to elevate the tannin to medium plus. a little grippy on the tannin here. This wine just doesn't have the pop that I would be looking for. It's missing something. I'll call this, acceptable because I just think it's missing a pop. The fruit on the palate seems to be diminishing. It's just more earthy. It just doesn't have that fruit character that I would expect. I'd like to come back to this wine in an hour or so and see if it's a little bit better. I might be giving it acceptable to good, I think. This is $20.99 down to $18.99. And for my money, I'd rather just have this Bourgogne Pinot Noir 2022. Maybe it's just fresher and it's got fresher fruit. So those are three wines, winery direct Burgundies at Total Wine, under $20 a bottle. I can definitely recommend the Macon-Lugny, and I can recommend the Bourgogne Pinot Noir from Hertier Benoit. This I'd probably pass on. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Tell your friends, tell your family. Please subscribe if you can. www.neptunewine.com, and that's my handle, and I'll see you next time.